Hello to all Year 9 students and parents. My name is Mr. Vasiliou and I would like to take a couple of minutes of your valuable time to tell you why you should choose the Btec Tech Enterprise course as part of your overall education in Year 10 and 11. Business enterprise is all around us. Whether we're walking down the street, whether we're playing football, it's all around us. From big businesses such as Meta, the ones who own Instagram, or Starbucks, McDonald's, Apple, to small businesses such as the Arena, Splits, and Pop in town, to even our local Sunday football teams that students may belong to, and yes, even the school around us. These are all enterprises, and it's important for everybody to understand how they are run and ultimately how they gain money. This is why enterprise is a subject for you and indeed for everybody that they should study. The course is split into three components. Each component leads on to the next one, ultimately culminating in the students becoming competent in their understanding and the development of the skills to become the ultimate entrepreneur to prepare them for life after school. In order to become the ultimate entrepreneur, the first component is all about knowing what enterprises are, how they operate, and what is needed to become an entrepreneur. The component is split into three learning aims. Learning aim A is about the business and the entrepreneur. What do each look like? What are the different types of businesses that exist? What do businesses do? The second learning aim is about the customers, or finding out what your customers need and information about them that's going to help your business be a success. So how do you find out what your customers want? We look at that in the second learning aim. The third learning aim is all about the environment that the enterprise operates in. Businesses are not always in control of what happens around them, but they have to react to it. So things like the government deciding to raise taxes affect the business. How does it affect the business? How do they react? Or interest rates are going up. Why? How does it affect the business? How should they react? This is all to do with what we look at in this unit. Now I'm going to leave component 2 for the time being because ultimately it's the end goal of the course. So I'm going to jump straight to component 3. Two of the most important functions in a business is the marketing and finance. So the course places emphasis on these two things. In the first learning aim, we look at marketing, i.e. how a business communicates with its customers and ultimately how it gets its customers to buy things. So things like, who are we selling to? What prices should we charge? How should we advertise? Where should we sell the product? We then move on to learning aim B, which is specifically to do with finance. Specifically, even more, we look at the documentation that's needed when we're buying products. We go from completing the documents to constructing a balance sheet so you can see how much your business is worth. And the final learning aim is to do with financial planning and forecasting. So we do things like cash flow. Where's the money coming from? Where's it going to? When's it going to go there? And finally, in that learning aim, we ultimately look at where our money comes from in terms of sources of finance. Now, the final component is to do with a business plan. Each student will come up with a business and will need to ultimately construct a business plan in order to present as if they would present it to a bank to secure some money. So as you can see, the whole course is dedicated to entrepreneurial skills and knowing what businesses are. So ultimately, the students will need to present the plan, which will develop their entrepreneurial skills and confidence. In terms of assessment, the assessment is done over 2 years. This for me is a better way to assess a student as their performance is then not judged on 2, maybe 3 days in the summer of year 11. Component 1 and Component 2 is assessed through a Pearson set assignment. The students will get time to prepare notes and then use these notes to complete tasks under time conditions. Again, this reflects real life more than just sitting one exam. You do get time to prepare for things before you ultimately have to present them to the right people. However, Component 3 is an exam, as some testing is still needed. So why study business studies? Well, ultimately, the qualification will open many doors, and as I've already said, everything is business related. But there are many courses and many careers that you could follow having done the Btec Tech Enterprise. But on an academic front, you could do the A-level business studies course here at the sixth form, which we ultimately hope that you would do. But you could also do the Btec Level 3 Business Studies course, or indeed any other Level 3 Business Studies course elsewhere. But if you take the enterprise course, it opens up other courses such as public services, computer science, travel and tourism, lots of other courses that are related to business. From a career aspect, there are many jobs, some of which are listed there. Now that's by no means a definitive list. There are many, many other jobs that you could go on to and careers that you could follow having studied business studies, both at level 2, level 3 and beyond. So that's business studies, or the Btec Tech Enterprise course at the Regis School. It is a subject that will benefit every student that takes it, whether it be through skills or development of confidence to knowing how a business runs, which ultimately we all need to know about, especially when we leave school and get out in the real world. It's a whistle-stop tour of the course. If you have any questions, please contact me on the email address that you can see on the slide, or come and see me on the 3rd floor. I look forward to teaching you all next year.